Salute, YouTube family. Salute. Mel Night Sports back in the building. What's good with y'all? Um, we got a lot of people saying that Izzy Adesanya is a boring fighter, this and that. He needs to be more entertaining. Just things of that sort along those lines. And I'm sorry to break it to these people that keep on saying this, but it's not Israel's job to make the fight entertaining. Unless he's a challenger, okay, then I understand. But he's the champion. He's defending his belt. He's retaining the belt. It's up to Cannonier. It's up to Vittori. It's up to those fighters, the challenger, to press the fight. If the fight's boring, that tells you something about the opponent. It tells you something about both fighters, but it tells you more about the opponent that they were not able to bend the champion's will, bend them into their will. They weren't able to get them to fight their fight. That's what you want to do as a challenger, as a fighter too, right? If you want to win, convincingly, you want to change the fight and make the fighter fight your fight. If you're a brawler, if you want to bang, you better make your opponent bang with you. You know what I'm saying? You better set traps to make him, bang with you. You know what I'm saying? That's your job. But if you can't do that, that says something about your skill. It's clearly not up to par, because clearly if you were, as great as, the champion, you would have him fighting your fight. The roles would be reversed. So, Israel, he's having these guys fight his own fight. He's winning on points, and what they say about Mayweather. They said Mayweather was boring too. You know what I'm saying? They said whenever you have a smart, boxer, especially when they're black, and they don't get beat up, and their face doesn't look like, complete trash right after, they actually leave with, their motor skills, and they can leave the sport with, how they came in, relatively. Whenever you have that, they say they're boring, right? Whenever you have that, they say that they like to say they're boring fighters. They don't take any risks. They're not entertaining. But then when you have a fighter like Deontay Wilder that knocked out every single opponent that he's ever faced, they say he can't box. So you can't win. With these fans, you simply cannot win. That's why you have to go out there and fight your own fight. I personally, some of these fights are not as, entertaining, but that's up to the challenger. Cannonier wasn't skilled enough. Cannonier was not skilled enough to press the fight, make Adesanya uncomfortable, and make Adesanya, fight Cannonier's fight. He wasn't skilled enough to do that. Maybe Alex Pereira will be skilled enough to make him fight that fight, and then we'll see who the better man is. But the excitement needs to relies on the challenger. It relies on the challenger. Yes, you have some fighters, Oliveira, that's their style. Their style is head on, but Adesanya's style is hit and don't get hit. He kickboxer. He did box before, so he knows that stuff. Is hit and don't get hit. He's a masterful striker. These fights are not close that he's been having. These fights are not close. With Robert Whittaker, fight wasn't close. Cannonier, fight wasn't close. He dominated. You know what I'm saying? So these fights and this rhetoric that they're saying that he's boring. Again, what did Cannonier do to make the fight interesting? That's what should be the question. So I'm not gonna bash Israel saying his fight. He fights boring. No. Until he fights someone that is going to be able to push him to his limits, the fights will remain boring. Why, if you're winning the fight, easily, why put yourself in harm's way to get knocked out? What, just to make the fans happy, and then they're going to turn on you right after that? No, that doesn't make any sense. We got to be smart at this point. So. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all. Like and subscribe for more content, because it's coming. Mel Night Sports. Peace.